And joining me now with more reaction to President Obama's State of the Union address, the great one, radio talk show host, nationally syndicated Mark Levin. You know, we could talk all day about what the president didn't say, what he did say. He was arrogant, defiant, all those things, Mark. At the end of the day, you know, to me, it's now a matter of, all right, what are the Republicans going to do? I like what John Boehner, for example, did with Israel and invited Benjamin Netanyahu. And the White House is all angry about it. But what is their agenda? How are they going to solve the nation's problems? How are they going to get people back to work, or out of poverty, and off of welfare? That, to me, seems like the more pressing issue.
Well, it is a pressing issue, particularly after the president's State of Delusion speech, where he seems to think that the middle class is happy and fat and that the Islamic terrorists are under control. Look, Sean, you're asking me a question about what the Republicans should do after they've already handicapped themselves. They've already surrendered the power of the purse. They've surrendered other parts of Article 1. So it's very difficult for them to do anything. I suggest they take it back. I suggest, among other things, they look at these federal bureaucracies and take their lawmaking authority back. I suggest they pass a federal statute, which I recommend in my book, The Liberty Amendments, an amendment, but they can pass a statute that slashes spending across the board by 5%. It doesn't matter if Obama signs it or not. We know who we're dealing with. We're dealing with a man that's jumped the deficit to over $18 trillion and the unfunded liabilities to over $100 trillion. So they need to make the case to the American people day in and day out that they're going to save the republic. They're going to protect the Constitution. They're going to do something about this debt, which is absolute insanity, while he's running around with his command and control mentality, trying to redistribute wealth even further as he destroys the economy.
All right, so on two separate issues that they've got to deal with. They ran on repealing, replacing Obamacare. That was passed through the reconciliation process. So how do you recommend that the Republicans repeal and replace it? And then on immigration, the executive directive of the president, all right, so that they want to defund that, but they feel like they've run into some issues with it. How do you recommend they get out of that?
Well, when it comes to Obamacare, why don't they try repealing it first, and we the people, the private sector, private industry, will replace it. How about that as an idea, first of all? Secondly, again, they just passed an Omnibus Budget Act under McConnell and Boehner, which funds every penny of Obamacare until September. So maybe what they can do is start making the case to the American people that once again, they're going to stand up like big boys and big girls and exercise their Article 1 power of the purse come October 1st of next year, since they surrendered it for the rest of this year. And they are going to defund, that is, not pay for Obamacare and let the chips fall where they may. Right now, they already funded it.
All right, so I agree with you. They funded it through October. Can they go back and defund it at this point? Why not, right?
Well, they can. Do you think they will?
I don't think so, but look, from what I understand, look, I think the Speaker, for example, I think moving forward with the minimum, the 40-hour work week, good thing. Keystone Pipeline, good thing. Inviting Benjamin Netanyahu, a good thing. Do I think it would be better if they, for example, instituted the penny plan, secured our borders, had choice in education? Yeah, but, you know, how much time is that going to take?
Well, I think on the issue of amnesty, we have a huge problem. Both parties support it. Big labor supports it. Big corporations support it. Both establishments support it. The problem is the American people reject it. So once again, they go through these motions, as Boehner did a couple of weeks ago, that they're really going to fight Obama on this issue, while at the same time he has one of his guys, McCall, I believe his name is, coming up with these salami tactics where they'll pass 6 or 7 bills. The first one, they'll claim the border has been secured, and then the door flies wide open. So you're asking me if these Republicans will defund Obamacare. The answer is no. You're asking me if these Republicans will prevent amnesty. The answer is they support it. So these Republicans are not going to do any of those things.
All right, the great one, Mark Levin. Good to see you. Thank you.